Oh, right. Let's talk about Bringing Up Bates and the Lost Season 11. In case you don't know who the Bates family are, they are a large family from Tennessee. Kelly Jo and Gil have 19 children. They are also very good friends with the Duggars family, and the Duggar family had their own show on TLC called 19 Kids and Counting. Now, before they had their show, Bringing Up Bates, the Bates had another show on TLC called United Bates of America, which only lasted one season and was canceled after. A new channel called Up TV, it also has a branch called Up Faith and Family, decided to give the Bates another shot at reality show television. And it became one of their most popular shows on the channel. The Bates family for a while was the only reality show on their channel. They did have other reality shows, but they were canceled. The Bates lasted the longest of all of them. They had 10 seasons under their belt and were about to release season 11 in 2022. Then in January of 2022, Bringing Up Bates Instagram announced that the show would not air season 11 and that Up TV decided to focus more on movies and scripted series. It said that they had a season 11 ready, but they decided not to air it. You might be wondering, well, if this show was popular, why would all of a sudden Up TV decide to just change their format altogether? There are theories. One theory that people had for a while was that Trace and his brother Lawson happened to show up on January 6th in DC. Now, they were not at the insurrection, but they were supporting maybe certain things that were happening. So, just saying. I'm pretty sure this is the reason why Lawson has blocked me on all platforms. But a lot of people believe that the reason why Bringing Up Bates was canceled and not airing season 11 was this story posted by Carlin on Instagram. The Bates were playing a game of charades, and the category was hunting. I'm just going to play the video.
Deer hunting. Oh, got it. George Floyd. Potato shooting. Deer hunting.
In case you didn't hear that, one of the Bates boys yelled George Floyd as an act of unaliving was being performed in charades. This is my opinion. I truly believe this is one of the reasons why this show was canceled. Now, you can also see in the background of this video that there is a camera crew that is recording all of this. And people believe that we would never see the light of day of season 11, just like with 19 Kids and Counting and the Lost season right before the Josh scandal happened. However, the streaming service Tubi randomly out of nowhere a couple of years ago decided to air 6 of the episodes of season 11. Now, I will say, if you do decide to watch this, it is a hot mess express because it is not edited very well. This season revolves mostly around Katie getting ready for her wedding to Travis. I will definitely go more into depth in separate videos about that because I truly believe that this marriage was cursed for a while, and you'll see why in a future video, like I said. There's also the wedding of Nathan and Esther, edited in between, I think it was episode 2, right in the middle of the episode. And it wasn't a whole episode dedicated to it. It was only 15 minutes worth. And then Lawson and Tiffany got engaged. Although we don't see the actual engagement, we see him telling Tiffany we're going to Italy. Yeah, this thing is not edited very well. And I think they just wanted to put together a season that they had footage for, maybe to make profit, is my guess. Yeah, after finishing this whole Bringing Up Bates series, I just finished it yesterday. I will say this show is way better than 19 Kids and Counting as far as, less cringe, more of an appealing family. But with that, you also have to remember the Bates are very much like the Duggars in a lot of ways. Gil is still on the board of IBLP. Gil's actually going to be preaching at an IBLP event come April, which I will talk about that when that comes around. I also decided to check up on Up TV to see if they kept their word that they were mostly focusing on movies and scripted series, and yeah, they are. Their most popular show is called Hudson and Rex, which is a Canadian show about a detective and his dog. I do love a good dog show. And they also air older shows like The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Reba, and I've also seen the Gilmore Girls on there. I'm not sure if they still air the Gilmore Girls on there. And also their other popular shows called Heartland, which is also another Canadian show. Definitely do want to talk about each episode of season 11 the lost season at some point. And I definitely want to dive deeper into the Katie and Travis wedding more. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below and have a wonderful good day. Goodbye.